Draft of July Charter finalized to be placed before nation on August 5th, says Chief Advisor's press wing. July Uprising marks Bangladesh's entry into a new era, says Information and Broadcasting Advisor after a colourful rally. New Bangladesh declaration to be announced tomorrow at Central Shoaib Minar, says NCP convener Nahid Islam. Hospital being built for remittance warriors who backed July Uprising risking their lives, says expatriate welfare advisor. Secret meetings of Army League affiliates will not affect law and order if any forces personnel found involved would not be spared, says Home Advisor. Resistance to continue until free sovereign Palestinian state established, says Hamas in reply to UN call to disarmament. Trump orders 2 U.S. nuclear submarines to reposition near Russian waters. And in Oval Test, India is batting against England in second innings on third day. Assalamu alaikum. Welcome to news at 10 p.m. on BTV News. I'm Urbi Islam with you tonight. You just heard the headlines. Now, moving on to the details. The interim government has finalized the draft of the July proclamation. The July proclamation will be presented before the nation on Tuesday at 5 p.m. in the presence of all stakeholders of the mass uprising, said a press release issued by Chief Advisor's press wing. The press release said that details will be announced soon to this end. As part of the July Reawakening 2025 program, the Ministry of Information and Broadcasting organized a colorful rally in the capital today, holding vibrant banners, festoons and placards inscribed with various slogans of the July mass uprising. Officials and staff from different departments of the ministry gathered in the morning at the Osmani Memorial Auditorium. The grand rally, led by Information and Broadcasting Advisor Mohammad Mahfuz Alam, commenced from Osmani Memorial Auditorium and paraded through several streets before concluding at the Central Shoaib Minar. Following the rally, speaking at the premises of the Central Shoaib Minar, Advisor Mohammad Mahfuz Alam said that Bangladesh has entered a new phase through the July Uprising. He stated that over the past year, BTV, Bangladesh Betar, PIB and most offices and departments under the Information Ministry have carried out extensive work on the July Uprising. The advisor added, as long as we remember the marked meeting of the July mass uprising, alongside the interim government, numerous political parties as well as social and cultural organizations are observing month-long programs. The movement on July 24 witnessed an unprecedented participation of students and the general public. It was a collective victory of workers, rickshaw pullers, the working class students, essentially all segments of society. Education advisor Professor Dr. Chaudhry Rafiqul Abrar said that the dreams the youth had while bringing about change through the uprising must now be fulfilled by all. He made this remark while speaking at a seminar and discussion titled Thoughts of the July Uprising and the Education Cadre. Additionally, at a shadow parliament debate organized by Debate for Democracy today at BFDC, BNP Standing Committee member Nozul Islam Khan, in his address as chief guest, said the people of this country are willing to risk their lives to claim their fundamental rights. We must honor their sacrifices and move the nation forward with unity. Meanwhile, speaking at a meeting today with retired military officers who played a role in the July 36 uprising held at the central office of AB Party in Bijayanagar, Dhaka, AB Party chairman Mujibur Rahman Munju said a significant turning point in the July uprising was the participation of former military officers on the streets. At the event, AB Party's founding convener AFM Sulaiman Chaudhry and several retired military officers also spoke. The former officers said though the uprising is over, the struggle is not. National Citizen Party NCP convener Naid Islam has said that political reforms should not be left for the next elected government, but should begin immediately under the present interim administration. He said this at a press conference at the NCP Central Office in Bangla Motor, Dhaka on Saturday. The press conference was organized ahead of the announcement of the new Bangladesh Declaration scheduled to be held tomorrow afternoon at the Central Shohid Minar. Naid Islam said the new Bangladesh Declaration would serve as a guiding light for the NCP's future plans and activities. Home Advisor, retired Lieutenant General Mohammad Jahangir Alam Chaudhry has said that secret meetings of various organizations affiliated with the Army League will not affect the overall law and order situation. He made the remarks today while speaking to journalists after visiting Mohammedpur police station in the capital. The Home Advisor said that the activities of the Army League have already been banned. Even so, if they attempt to engage in any wrongdoing, they will not be spared under any circumstances. He further noted that the same measures will apply to any member of the law enforcement agencies found to be involved in conspiracies. After visiting the police station, the advisor went to the Raya Bazar graveyard where he visited the mass grave of those killed during the Student People Uprising and prayed for the forgiveness of the departed souls. Local Government, Rural Development and Cooperatives Advisor Asif Mahmood Shaji Bhuiya said that differences of opinion over the July Charter are expected to be resolved, paving the way for a final version by Friday. He made the remarks while addressing a discussion organized by Students Against Discrimination at Bangladesh Shilpakala Auditorium in the capital today. The advisor informed that 6 bodies of July martyrs are currently being kept at the mortuary of Dhaka Medical College Hospital. The bodies are difficult to preserve. DNA samples will be collected and they will be buried by next Monday, he added. Asif Mahmood said that bodies of martyrs from the Raya Bazar mass grave would be exhumed for DNA testing to confirm identities. After identification, the bodies will be handed over to their families if they wish to take them for burial, he added. Cultural Affairs Advisor Mustafa Sarar Faruqi has said the unity of all forces of the July mass upsurge must be maintained for nursing and preserving its spirit. The fascism may come back if there is any division, hatred or discrimination among these forces. He said this while addressing a discussion in Dhaka today. The discussion on July mass upsurge anniversary of the aggrieved poet's writer was held at Poet Shamsur Rahman Auditorium of Bangla Academy. The advisor said, "We have to develop a cultural narrative centering the July mass upsurge, which will build a trend of culture in the minds and consciousness of the people for keeping its ground necessity and relevance bright." The poets were given receptions for their contribution to the July uprising. Expatriate Welfare and Overseas Employment Advisor Professor Dr. Asif Nazrul has said remittance warriors extended their support to the July uprising, taking great personal risks. He was speaking at an event marking the role of expatriates in the movement as part of celebrations of Remittance Warriors Day at the International Mother Language Institute today. The advisor said the process is underway to build a hospital for the remittance warriors who stood behind the July uprising despite the dangers they faced place. Expatriates will be the primary stakeholders of this hospital, he added. Senior Secretary Dr. Niamutullah presided over the meeting, while the Chief Advisor Special Envoy Lutfi Siddiq and senior ministry officials also spoke on the occasion. Scores of expatriates in the UAE, USA, UK, Australia and other countries formed human chains, rallies, mass gatherings and various other programs in 2024 to support the student common people-led July Mass Uprising. Now international news.